What is up, everyone? Dezzy here,
And Dezzy's girlfriend.
and we are looking at some replays from Duel Links. We are Bandit Keith playing against Jack Atlas, and I believe this deck is going to be mostly Subterror. Okay, so let's see how it goes.
Okay, I'm ready. So we're going first. Now remind me, Subterror, is that the one where you prefer to go second?
You know what? Pretty much any deck I run, I prefer to go second. I'm sure there are decks where going first is better, but I prefer to get that fifth card in my hand, my first turn, so I can have more options.
I mean, that makes sense.
Okay, so first turn we put down the Golem Sentry and the Cosmic Cyclone. Just kind of seeing what he's going to do first before we commit to anything.
What kind of deck do you think he's running based off of his gameplay so far?
What I'm seeing right now, it's a little bit... It's dragon-based for sure. He has all dragons. I can't really place like a key boss monster or anything, but yeah, it looks like he's running dragons.
And did he have anything special as well? Did he have anything, you know how there's somewhere they start off with a certain amount of life points at the beginning, or if they have grit, does he have anything for his play?
You know what? He did, I think in the beginning he did do something. I don't recall what his skill was. Oh, here we go, Beatdown. Beatdown just boosts his attack, so he just wants to get a little more damage in on me, which is fine. He's going to go in for that hit. 2700, drop it down. This card reduces their monster's attack points by 800 points for each monster he controls. So because he controls 2 monsters, I reduced his attack by 8 times 2, 1600. So he's going to swing into this 2000 monster and not be able to survive. Boom, takes 900.
Did he know that going in?
No. So that was a trap card. I activated it when he decided to attack.
Okay, nice.
Alright, so we got our key card down here, but we don't have any Subterrors to use with it. So we'll put it on the field, which maybe was silly because if he decides to wipe our field, then we have nothing next turn, but you know, it's also a good bluff, make him a little nervous. You never know what's there. So he's fusing a monster, and at this point I'm wondering, like, what is he making?
But you said he has a dragon-based card, right?
Yes, I know that now, but when I was playing him, I was like, what is this? So he made this card called the Dragon. So this card, the King Dragon, it has 2400 attack, and it is immune to all spells, traps, and card effects. So even my Subterrors, when I get them on the field, when I flip them face up, I can't target his monster, so that's a little bit of a problem.
So in order to defeat that card, you just have to purely attack.
Yep.
It's my turn. I draw, punk. My monster's effect.
We flip this card face up, but we can't target the Dragon, so we send the other card back to his hand. Flip it back face down. Because we flip the card face down, we get a Subterror Behemoth Uma on the field. Uma is a big boy. He can take 2700 in defense, so we're not worried about his King Dragon. Not only that, we have our best card on the field to big boost Uma up to 4700. So wisely, he goes for the card he knows he can kill. Ends his turn. A little bit of a mistake by him because now I can absolutely go in for that kill. Use the switcheroo to switch the card in my hand for a card from my deck. We get an Econ, which we can't use on his monster, but actually a misplay by me. I have no target except my own card, but it's okay because we have the Subterror Final Battle. Big boost the Uma from 2000 attack to 4700 attack. Make him take 2300 to the face. He doesn't have anything else on the field, so I'm only worried about a Kribo, but the attack goes through.
Won't give up. My turn's over, dweeb. Your moves are nothing special. It's my turn. I draw.
Now we're just waiting to see if we should big boost again, or if we should use our trap to flip our card face down.
And I'll use it to crush you. A twerp like you has no business challenging a champ like me.
And he forfeited. GG.
The dialogue really scared him off.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for it. Game number 2, we are still Bandit Keith coming up against a Jaden Ubel player.
First.
So this is a little tricky. We don't like going first. We get 4 cards. Let's hope they're good. First 4 cards we get are...
Oh, it's Neospace.
He starts the game with this field spell, which boosts the attack of his Neos monsters, which gives me 2 pieces of information. He's running a Neos deck. He's going to have Neos fusions running all over the place. And second, he's going to lose. He's going to lose to me, okay? That's what
The most important thing that we should start off with. He will lose.
Yes, that's right. Now, I was a little worried because Jaden Ubel can also be successful with the Ubel deck, which is a deck that I hate playing against,
Yeah.
but this makes me think we're not seeing that here today. We start with a rock-solid first hand. We get our Nemesis Warrior and our final battle turn 1.
I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. Let's do this.
Neospace Connector.
I've never seen this card before.
Do you like it?
I do.
It's pretty cool. The Neos cards are okay. They're all like superheroes.
Miracle contact.
They kind of like are a team of superheroes. Some of them look kind of lame. Like this bird one's kind of weird looking to me.
Battle. Attack. Brave.
He swings in with the Elemental Hero Brave Neos. We big boost our boy up to 3k, so nothing happens. And he can't kill us with his other cards, so he ends his turn. Thank goodness we drew that card turn 1. Flip it up.
I've got this in the bag.
We're going to big boost again from 18 to 3,000.
I activate a face down card. My trap activates.
Ba-boom. Give him 2,200, but he started with 5,000,
Go down
so he needs to do a little bit more.
I end my turn. My turn. I draw. Check this out. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. Let's go. Elemental Hero Neos.
So this is like Jaden's main card. This is his like favorite card in the anime. Elemental Hero Brave Neos.
Battle.
He puts a card face down, he summoned his Neos in defense position, and he's swinging in. Even though he knows I can flip and get 3,000, he's swinging in with his 3,000 attack monster. He's suiciding himself into me.
Check out my face down card.
So of course I boost. It would be silly if I didn't. Boom.
So he's doing it on purpose to get rid of your card.
Yeah, I think
And
he-
then get rid of your... Just attack your life points?
I guess so. I think he was feeling a little desperate. He wanted to get that 800 on me. Definitely not the best play from his perspective, but
My turn. I
nothing we can do this turn. So I guess it worked out for him that turn. He outplayed me. I have nothing in my hand I can summon, so I kind of have to sit
Right,
back.
and you're open to attack right now too, right?
That's right. I do have some trap cards ready though, so we will survive. He has 3,200 attack. We cannot let him do this. We activate the enemy controller, which allows me to turn his monster into defense position. Ends his turn.
It's like a personal favorite of yours, baby. I see you playing that all the time.
Oh, that's a hit. That's definitely a hit for me. If he had turned up his other Neos though, he could have at least hit me for 3k. This card, we can flip it face down, which lets us summon our Subterror-ists.
Watch this. I special summon a monster. My monster's effect activates.
See, I don't feel comfortable playing Subterror-ists until I have at least 2 true Behemoth Subterror-ists on the field and Final Battle. But once I have that, I feel just golden.
Is that something that you see consistently whenever someone's playing this deck?
Oh, absolutely. The deck revolves around Final Battle. And I have 2, which is great. 3 would be even better. Kind of hard to get that third one, though. But I flip up the Staigo, which allows me to banish 1 face-down card. Bye-bye.
Here I go.
Let's see what he does
My
now.
turn. I draw. Let's battle. Take this.
He goes in with 3,200. He knows this card can't be big boosted, so he takes it out. No problem.
Activates its effect.
I do think maybe he just keeps forgetting that I can do this or not understanding how it works, because he swings in with 3k. I boost my Staigo up to 4k.
Face down card. My trap activates.
Big boost. Kills himself and takes 1,000 damage. I don't think he understood the card, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
Down for a sec. I end my turn. I see you quake.
All we want to do is flip up the Staigo, or excuse me, flip up the Uma. Flip it, boom, banish, bye, GG.
And then
Forfeit.
2. Oh, okay.
I win, just as everyone expected.
Do you feel like a forfeit is just as rewarding as as a win, like where you just completely destroy their life points?
That's a very good question. I feel like it's a different kind of rewarding. I wouldn't say one is better. It's kind of like a mutual understanding of, good. It's like a handshake. It's like good game, You don't have to swing in with that 2000 attack. Good game, you got it. Yeah. I do also like getting that hit off, though. It feels kind of satisfying, but, I'll take the handshake.
I think personally as a player, I would take the hit. Like if I know I'm going to die, I'm going to give the opponent, like, you deserve this win. Like I'm not going to just surrender.
Yeah, I agree. If someone's outplaying me and it was a truly like good match and you're about to get the final hit, take it.
Right. If I did something silly
right.
to start off, then I'm like, no, I'm going to surrender. I'm going to restart this game because clearly, like, this is not the way it should have turned out.
If I truly misplayed and I did something super dumb and it was my fault, or if you're playing a deck that is just unbearable, that's when I'll dip out. Regret to say. All right, we're gonna jump into the third one here. All right, third match. We are coming up against Mokuba. Still running Subterrors. Let's see if we can get a little lucky this time.
Going first.
We've been getting a few wins going first. That makes me feel good.
Step right up to get smacked down.
When you see my monsters, you're gonna have to change your underwear.
Mokuba, that's disgusting.
Clearly a child.
Come on, man.
A monster face down. I am.
All right, we start with the Subterror or not a Subterror. We start with the Nemesis Warrior in defense position. He puts one trap card down and a second trap card down. Cyber Dark Cannon to the graveyard. Now I know everything I need to know about his deck. He has Cyber Dark Cannon, he has Cyber Dark Edge, he has Despacito, which means when possible, we need to get rid of his monster without destroying it, because as you know, destroying a machine type monster while a Despacito is in your hand means Despacito is now on the field flipping coins, trying to pop monsters with those heads. So, we gotta play around that.
Little did he know, we already know what to expect.
Mokuba, we know all about you, and I put one card face down. You don't know anything about my deck, all right? So he swings in. The benefit of Cyber Dark Edge is that you can attack directly, but you attack with half of your attack damage. This card, when attached to the Cyber Dark Edge, gives it another 1600 attack. So altogether, he has 2400 attack, but when he goes directly, it cuts down to 1200. Okay? So he's hitting me for 1200 right now. I'm not going to do anything in response. Not that I could, but I wouldn't if I could, because 1200 is not a problem. Not only that, when my life points drop by 1000 or more, I'm allowed to use my ability, Switcheroo, which means I can take one card in my hand, switch it back to my deck, pull a new card.
I draw.
Perfect. And speak of the devil.
Closely,
You nerd.
I set a card face down.
Okay, what did we just set here? I missed it. Alright, we set enemy controller. We set wall of disruption.
Enemy controller, personal favorite.
One of my hits. He goes in for another 1200. Truly not worried about that 1200. Hit me for it.
Your nonchalance with this 1200 is making me nervous. Right now we've lost 2400.
That's a big dip. And you know what? If you're watching this and you're like, listen, you misplayed, tell me. I don't claim to be perfect at this game. I just feel like letting him get that hit off to save the enemy controller for possibly a bigger hit in the future is okay.
Give us those tips.
Those hot tips. Just the tip, though.
You really think that'll work? I play my face down card.
Okay, so I used enemy controller to switch my monster with his, so his will be on my side of the field. He reacted by activating his trap. When your opponent's card or effect is activated, target one card on the field, destroy it. So, even though I get to take his monster, he gets to destroy one of my cards. What does he choose? He destroyed... Oh, what did he destroy? I missed it. What? Oh, the Wall of Disruption. He destroyed the Wall of Disruption.
I'm setting a card. This'll be perfect.
Okay, so I took his monster. He destroyed my card. When I had his monster, I used it as a tribute to summon my own monster. So his monster is now gone.
Activate my monster's effect.
Cyber Dark Edge. Again with the 1200.
My monster attacks you directly.
It's okay. We flip up the final battle. This is a Staigo, so we can't banish his monster, but we still want to, as often as possible, destroy his back row so we don't get surprised by anything in the future. Pick that one. Let's see what it is. I also summon the Subterror Nemesis Warrior. When you flip a behemoth, you can pull one from the grave.
Are we still taking that 1200?
We're still taking the 1200. It's just so many chain effects happen in a row that it had to resolve all the effects. We got rid of a great card to get rid of, Floodgate Trap Hole. When your opponent summons a monster, change that monster to face down defense position. Monsters changed to face down defense position by this card cannot change to attack mode. So if he used this on my monster, I could never flip my card back face up.
Not even like on your own turn?
Not even on my own turn. That's a huge card to get rid of. Glad we did that. Took 1200 down to 400. Yes, we're feeling nervous.
I am nervous, especially since you proclaimed at the beginning that this was a win. I don't know if this is a win anymore.
Yeah, did I record this by accident? What's going on here? Switcheroo. What do we grab? Please be an Uma. Not an Uma. Shocking. Flip it down. Flip it up. Get rid of this. What is that? Wow, Drowning Mirror Force. That would have reshuffled all our monsters back into our deck when I attacked him. Big boost, 4K, 1600. We are not going to destroy this monster. Didn't I tell you? We destroy this monster. What does he pull from his hand?
I don't know what he's pulling.
He pulls a Despacito instead.
Oh, right. And we don't want a Despacito.
No, because as soon as the Despacito's on the field during the battle phase, he can flip coins to pop our monsters. Instead of attacking with the Nemesis Warrior, we use his special ability to sacrifice 2 of our monsters and summon our Uma. Next turn, at the start of the turn, we can flip it face up and banish his monster instead of destroying it, thus rendering Despacito effectless. Scary. Oh, 2 of them. You don't say. Now he's hitting me for 400. Not unless I do this. He would have killed me. Direct attack for 400 kills me.
I could just see him on the other side. He's like, I've won. There's nothing you can do. I've won.
Bye-bye. Part of me was worried that he had some sort of response to that, but we were successful. We got his monster off the field. Now, of course, we're not going to use this. Flip it down.
Is that just a bluff?
Flip it up, yeah. Now, what we just did was we flipped down both of our cards, and then we flipped up the Uma first. Very important to flip up the Uma first. That allows us to banish his monster. Then we flip up the Staigo, because Staigo allows you to banish 1 spell and trap or 1 face down card for every face up Subterror on the field. If we did not flip this one first and flip this one first, we would have only been able to get 1 of his back row cards. So now that we did this one first, we can actually clear his board. So bye-bye. He can still activate it if it's a trap though, which is what he does. He activates the Canadia, which sets my monsters into defense. We were about to big boost to 4,700. We still do. We were going to hit him with it fully, but he re-summoned that trap card to the field, so we have to get through it first, which really doesn't present a problem for us, but delays our victory 1 more turn.
My turn's over, dweeb.
All right. My turn. I draw. I'm setting a card. I'm ending my turn.
I'll teach you to mess with me.
Dude, that cocky attitude with putting 1 card on the field.
This is really prolonged. I
It
did not
is.
expect this.
It's a safe game. It's safe. I'm playing safe. Really don't want to lose here.
Playing it safe at 400.
Well, you play the long game, okay? Now what is this? Bad aim. He destroys 1 of my cards. Guess who doesn't care?
Guess who doesn't have bad aim?
That's right. Boom. Resummon the Nemesis Warrior. Swing in 1,800. Boom. 600.
What?
Swing in 1,400. You got a Karibo. Now's the time to use it. Nope. We got him.
Holy smokes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Man, I'm the first.
Facts.
A twerp like
Did you need
has
to
no
change
business
your
challenging
underwear?
a champ like me.
Nice, you remembered that from earlier. Roasted him. So there you go, Bandit Keith. We are playing Bandit Keith mostly for that switcheroo ability, although I do want to grab Odeon. Odeon has an ability, if I'm not mistaken, every time you activate a trap card, you can take 200 points away from their life. With our Subterror deck, we are flipping trap cards like it's nobody's business.
Right.
So we want to get that if possible, but right now we're rocking Bandit Keith. Baby, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. I was a little nervous. It was a bit of a nail biter to watch this third game, but you pulled through.
For the future video, Baby, I'll ask you first. Do we stick with Subterrors or do we mix it up?
I'm still learning more about this deck, so maybe a little longer on the Subterrors, but I would like to see us expand our horizons.
Okay.
Just so I can learn a little more.
Okay. I'm thinking next time, not next time, but one of these future videos, instead of doing 3 of the same, we mix it up. We do 1 of each, and then we let people decide which one was the most fun to watch, which deck do you like the best, which one do you think is the most viable, and we'll take it from there. But for now, we'll stick with Subterrors.
And hit us up with those hot tips. Let us know what we can do better, what Dezzy can do to improve his gameplay with the Subterrors, and any other future decks that we use.
Yeah. So hit us up in the YouTube comments. DezzyFYB here, signing off. Thank you for watching. Tune in for the next video coming soon.
Bye!